to town. Good morning, everybody. TGIF. I hope you guys have an amazing Friday. I wanted to come live here real quick before I head to town to take my dog to the groomer. She's getting a bath and a haircut today, finally. And I just wanted to share some top tips with you on intermittent fasting with plexus. So we're going to dive right into it. First of all, guys, I can't stress enough how important the clean fast is. This is something I am very strict about. When you are fasting, only water or black coffee. Some people do an unflavored green tea, which I've personally never had. I've actually never even had coffee, but I can't stress enough how important the clean fast is. For me, when I first started doing this, I had to set those boundaries. So when my window closed at 6 p.m., it was done. I did not reopen it. I know that that would be a slippery slope for me in doing that kind of cheating. So I set those boundaries for myself, and it's just very, very important. Because what happens is when you're fasting, you want your insulin to get really low. And when your insulin gets low, your body converts from being a sugar burner to a fat burner. So you have to decide, is it really worth it to cheat and to release insulin? Because when you have things like even just flavored water, diet pop, even though it's 0 calories, your brain doesn't know that it's 0 calories. So it's going to release insulin and then convert you back from burning fat to then burning sugar. And for me, it's just not worth it. So one thing with my journey is clean fasts have been important. I've done them every single day, every day, no, not kidding. I didn't take Saturdays off or use this occasion as a special excuse. I just always modified my days and I planned ahead. But definitely get that clean fast in every single day. Obviously, trusting the process. I hear a lot about, well, I'm having a plateau. I don't like the word plateau. I like to think of it as your body is resetting. Every single month, my body goes through monthly resets where the scale might go up a few pounds. But as long as I'm consistent, I stick with it, I take my products, I do the clean fast, I drink my water, the scale does end up going down. What happens is your body just holds on to water, your cells expand and they hold on to water. And if you're sticking with it, trusting the process, doing everything you should be doing, you'll have that flush. And I have that happen, like I said, every single month. Now that I'm closer to my goal weight, I tend to hold on to that extra couple pounds that I may have gained. I didn't really gain weight. You're more, like I said, it's just resetting. But it takes a little bit longer for it to come off. But when at the beginning to the middle, maybe it took a few days to a week. So that's why trusting the process is so important. If you feel like you're in a plateau, because I feel like sometimes when people hit a plateau, they stop doing what they're supposed to be doing. They go back to maybe not fasting, not taking their products, not drinking their water, eating late at night, going through drive-thrus more often and doing things like that. Whereas if you just stick with it and just kind of try to bust through that, the scale will end up going back down. If the scale gets stuck for you and you're really just feeling like, gosh, it's just maybe it moved 0.2 this week, 0.4 last week, throw in a couple longer fasts. Maybe you do 2 22-hour fasts, like 2 days in a row. And for me, that was always a great reset and it got the scale moving again. You can always fast longer than 16 hours. If you're feeling great and you want to stay in fat burning mode, just keep going. It's not dangerous at all to do that. Of course, if you're diabetic, this isn't recommended for you, so I just want you to be aware of that. But you can fast for longer than 16 hours. I do use block and balance every single day because, guys, I love carbs. I love to eat. When I'm eating in my window, I greatly enjoy eating. So I do balance 30 minutes before I break my fast, and then I do block right before my last meal. And the reason I do it like that is because the balance I don't want to take at the end of my fast, because when I'm done fasting, you just need to be done. You don't want to delay another 30 minutes and then eat. So that's why block is great, because you can take it right before you eat, and then you can just eat, and then you can just be done. So another thing too is trust the process. We don't want to speed up the process. I have seen so many people where when they start this, they want to jump right into 24-hour fast and they go kind of crazy with that. You don't want your body to get used to that. That's why if you can lose weight on a 16-8, just keep doing that and then throw in a couple longer fasts here and there for a reset. It's I lose an average of 7 to 8 pounds a month. Like, that's it. But it adds up over time doing this consistently. So don't feel like you have to rush things. You just want to trust things. It's not about what I eat. The question I get all the time is, what are you eating, Jwana? It isn't about what I eat, it's about when I eat, and I fill any of my nutritional gaps with my products. So that's that. I eat the average American diet, you guys. I don't eat a special leafy green diet or anything like that, or portion control, anything. My first meal, it's about 800-900 calories. It's my biggest meal, and because I love to eat. When I'm ready to open my window, it's like the Last Supper. Not really, but it's a lot of food. But I stop when I feel full. I don't measure out any of those calories or portions anymore. A couple hours later, I'll have my slim with a snack, and then a couple hours later, I'll have my last meal, and that one won't be as big, maybe 500 calories. I like to do things like chicken wraps with rotisserie chicken, maybe a couple sides just to balance out my meal, but that's how I do it, and it's just so easy. I just feel like plexus with intermittent fasting, it goes together like peanut butter and jelly. It has just been so incredibly easy to do this with just eating real food. Ups and downs on the scale are completely normal. So you may, and just know that, but don't jeopardize yourself when you have that up. Just keep on going, because it will go back down. And then the last thing I wanted to point out is weekends are not a special occasion, you guys. Do not use weekends as an excuse. Just plan around it. Your life doesn't have to revolve around food. What's important is that you are there and just being with people. For me, that's what I think. Sorry, I had a phone call there. So for example, my oldest graduated this past year. We had his graduation party in the evening at 4 o'clock. My window is closed by then because I don't think that a lot of people eat really late in the day, and I just don't do that. I think that maybe makes weight loss slower, but that's just me. So for Zach's graduation party, I didn't even eat any of the food that I had made because I knew it was going to be there the next day. I socialized with all the guests and I drank water. I did not even use that as an excuse as a special occasion because my window was closed, and that was totally fine. It was actually so much fun socializing with people, not worrying, if you had some food in your teeth. So those are just some little tips I had with intermittent fasting with plexus. This is so easy. If you're interested in getting started, I can definitely help you. But I hope you guys have a great day and a great weekend, and I'm going to get my dog to the groomer. I'll share a picture of her later. All right, guys, chat later.